I mean, I think genuinely I couldn't put the script down. It was this weird psychological thriller that I didn't know where it was going. I didn't know what the next page was going to bring, and I think the idea of having these incredibly unpredictable characters that are just literally driving each other nuts, and just the way the characters were so beautifully interwoven and what was happening between all of them. Each character is going through their own kind of complete meltdown separately, you know, and then the idea of playing this girl was something that was really important to me. I felt like it's just such a tragic tale for her because she's so lost in what is happening, this madness that is just unraveling for her, this loss of reality and this confusion and this utter terror, you know, of not knowing who she is anymore, and she's in a place where she really can't relate to anyone or anything around her. Even nature becomes her worst enemy, and I wanted to do that, you know. I wanted to challenge myself, and I think it was an important thing because I felt like everything around it was so positive to it. The idea of actually being in southern Chile, and the idea of being surrounded by people that speak Spanish, and the idea of working with Sebastian, who is just, I think, one of the most exciting young directors right now, and also just an incredibly inspiring person to work with. And then also, you know, to be reunited with Michael, it was just a great thing. And also the bravery of him with this role was a really inspiring thing. And I think, weirdly, we had a lot of fun making it, but it felt like a really safe place to let go and really allow yourself to kind of lose your mind. Actually, my favourite scene in the movie, hands down, it's towards the end. It's a moment where Alicia completely snaps, and they're in this little cabin and she's being force-fed these pills and everything, and then Brink, Michael's character, walks in and really realises what is going on and realises that this is much bigger than he can possibly fathom, you know. And I just think his performance in that moment is extraordinary, because you've seen this character all the way through, and he has a moment of just vulnerability on another level, and I love him in it. But what is genius about his character too is it brings a little bit of comedy, which is important, and I think it makes you feel for him as well as feel kind of disgusted. And I think that's the same thing with all the characters. They all have these moments where you so want to reach out and help them, and then they have moments where you just want to push them as far away as possible. Talked a lot about what illness it was going to be, and schizophrenia was what we kind of most signed on to with what she was going through, because it's so about a loss of reality, and read a lot about that, and took also each scene in its own way, because I think that's the great thing with Alicia, is each scene is kind of a big palpable moment for her. Each scene is very different. She's very, very different in each moment, because she's really just losing touch with who she is, and I think the main thing for me was just allowing myself to be open and not being afraid of just going for it. I have a film called Afternoon Delight coming out, directed by this amazing female director, Jill Soloway, along with one of my favourite women ever, Catherine Hahn, and then a film that I did called Horns, which is an Alex Arja movie, and then in 2014, Maleficent, so it's exciting.